Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone 4 New Order as America. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, I think we're doing pretty well. We've captured about half of Panamong right now, which is very, very nice. And our units are looking, I would say, pretty good. Some of them might die, but if they die, we just send replacements, and that's okay. Anything else we want to do? Okay, so fight for America. Aggressive, crank up the draft, ready yourself for war. Let's do Brothers in Arms, invest in our ally decisions. I don't think that's going to be that important. So you know what? Let's go with Unjust Justice. I think seems like a good place for us to begin. Invest in team administration, campaign for civil rights, seen as more liberal. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting 150 and maybe trying to bring down this number a little bit, but we'll see. Last night marked the season finale of American writer Gene Roddenberry's new science fiction phenomenon, Star Trek, set in the distant future. The televised program follows the starship, the USS Enterprise, that explores strange new worlds and meets new civilizations. With the ability to travel faster than light, produce inanimate objects from thin air, as well as teleport from one place to another in an instant. The show presents a bright, idealistic future for mankind that has been found very welcome in the heart of people around the world. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Like, what's your strength at right now? Because your stats are probably, like, really, really bad. Because your units are really, really bad. I mean, I guess we can... You know what we can do? We can actually get these two. Consolidation not possible because you're actively in a combat zone. Fair enough. But if we can consolidate this down a little bit, I think that could be nice. Sure, you know what, Beast Boys? Is that our 4th or 5th Beach Boy event? Beach Boys have been going off. Let's just put it that way. Can I push with you? No. Okay. Let's not try it right now. You can push into you. 81, 46. I'm surprised our units aren't dead. If we can get like an encirclement, that'd be kind of like insane. Okay, certified gold. The stage is a tiny square, just a white and red square surrounded by all sides by an audience. They're all Burbank locals, brought in by frantic radio announcements earlier that day. Parker may have fucked up with the tickets, but they're still there. Young men and women with smiles on their faces, eager to see the man in the center of it all. Eisen had been terrible. He didn't mind all the GIs and Reykjavik locals who clamored for autographs. That was just fine by him. But it was so far from everyone. So far from Mama, especially, which hurt more than everything else put together. Where her liver gave out, it broke him. He practically had to bash the death sergeant's head in to give him leave. And during the funeral, friends and family had told him, had to hold him up to keep him from collapsing in heartbreak. And then the movies. Each kitschier than the last, and each one more of a dud. Elvis Presley is back. Beating in the SOB. A familiar scent of tobacco wafted over Hart's nose. Sunlight reflected off the smoke. Cigarettes burning the ones to Sue's ashtrays. The culprits lounged against the office chair. And Aponi is a master of the institution which he gazed. He is smoking again. Politics is war, Phil, London puffed. And we've got Reen because we fought it's wrong. You don't sway voters with policy. No, you either inspire them or you scare the living hell out of them. And we didn't do either. Sir? Phil? We got these son of bitches up in the White House to finish screwing up the country in 4 years. Everyone's got to pick up the pieces, Johnson paused. I don't envy you. It's got to be a fixer-up for sure. Senator, I don't follow. Phil, it was a statement, not a question. A lot of good men are going to run in 68, and they're going to lose. Goldwater's already got the cooks all riled up, and Hubert, Symington, Muskie? Johnson shook his head. They'll get trampled like a bunch of pigs fighting over the trough. Now, Phil, you and I, we know each other. We won't be around forever. Johnson leaned in. The scent of scotch and cigar smoke wrinkling Hart's nose. And I know you don't think you're up for the running. I should know. It takes up a lot out of you. But politics is war, Phil, and you've seen war. Hart's arm twinged. The phantom of German bullet too close to finding its mark. He got lucky. Too many others hadn't. Now you take a minute and listen. I won't tell you what to believe or anything like that. You keep your conscience. But this country needs someone who can fight for the poor, the minorities, someone who will make this place all the dead boys in Asia and Africa and England they can be proud of. Johnson jabbed his finger at him. Not someone as you, Phil. I like you to get there. Make sure that you're not going to bend any goddamn knee to do it. Not one senator. but only if you think you're the man for the job. Hart blinked and blinked again, for reaching to take off his big square glasses on his. Lyndon, I just want you to know, what was your plan if I said no? I would have gone to your wife and gotten her to knock some sense into you. So it looks like Hart is going to be running for the Democratic ticket. Okay, grows more divided, was seen as less liberal. Let's ease some... What about campaign for Wallace? More support for us. And we seem a little... Okay, so let's campaign for Wallace for now. I think that seems okay. Strength is currently at 20%. Your strength is also quite bad. Wait, who died? The leader of the false Colombian government has died? Of New Granada? Oh, my unit here is not looking great. But if we can push you forward... You guys are still looking okay in the south. A new expedition in Montreal. Congratulations to them. Colombia. Are you, like... Can you like, just die, please? We have some reinforcements coming in here. You're still looking good, though, so I'm happy to report that. Will our Marine be there in time? Be there in 13 hours. Hey, excellent. Independent victory for Laos. And what are you? You're worth 20 victory points. Can I push into the capital of the Republic of Colombia? Can I take them down? That's a question we're all asking. I want these two to consolidate, please. They are not encircled, game. They are not encircled. I don't know why you think they are, because this unit is getting reinforced properly, I believe. Wait, no, he's getting supply block from capital. Where is your capital? It's here, isn't it? I might want to delete some units, but even then, our units are still doing pretty well, even with, like, no strength whatsoever. I don't know how they're doing it, but, hey, operation's been a success. I mean, no matter what at this point, it's going to be a success, right? Like, we get 100% no matter what. Let's cripple Indonesian operations once again. I'll keep you back here to defend. Again, what we're doing is we're shrinking this front line down, which is going to be a great boon to us. Outdated rifles. Let's get those guys upgraded. And then once we can liberate this armor division, he can actually make some more maneuvers. That'll be, like, excellent for us. And again, we just need to get to Medan. If we can take Medan, this whole country should just collapse. Which, of course, will be very, very, very nice for us. We can't get to here because this is blocked. We need to get our way to Botakinji, which is definitely not how you say that, but that's where we need to go. 84, 85. These units are also very, very, very weak. If we had full strength divisions, like, this would be like a cakewalk. I mean, even then, even with these divisions at, like, garbage strength, it's still pretty cakey. Like, it's like an angel food cake. It's not that good, but it's still getting the job done. Hey, you took the capital. I mean, that's nice. I mean, you did get encircled immediately afterwards. Colombia's now at 31%. If they lose, like, one city... Like, what if I have you go in this direction? Have you support. Hold this province, please. Because if we can take you... That should lead to the Republic, the Colombian government just collapsing. Which is crazy. But, seems pretty good. Okay, let's go for the poorest of the poor. They are now equal to any other president. We're happy to see that. We're currently still straddling the balance. I mean, if the New Granadans also take any city, it also would benefit... I mean, would it benefit us? I mean, they're weaker, I think. I think New Granada is weaker, but it's kind of hard to say. Operation success. You're in a weird spot. Hey. The Constitution promises justice to all, but any fool can see that this is a falsehood. The grinding machinery of justice crushes many undeserving of punishment through its unstoppable gears, cruelly and unjustly ruining the lives of thousands of Americans every year. Like so many American institutions, our courts are as tainted and corrupt as any despots. Like so many things in America, the courts are worse to blacks, African Americans, though deserving the same rights as any other American, are subjugated to endless humiliation and poor treatment every day. And when they fight back, they're ground into the courts like the lowest common criminal. It's our duty to scour and taint the corruption of our courts, to provide a fair and equal treatment to every American, no matter who they are. But like all other reforms, this won't be easy. To start with, we should establish a committee to scrutinize court practices across the nation and identify the blight so that we can tear it out. Hey, 50 political power. We're not going to say no to that one. Now, we are getting encircled in, like, weird ways. So we got Medellin down here. It's worth 15. You're worth 5. %. You'll be in that city. There's no troops there. You'll be there very, very soon. Okay. Republic of Colombia has collapsed. Now we just... Now it's us... Between us and New Granada... Hey, by the way, idiots. Like, that's not how this should work. Okay, move up here immediately. As quickly as you possibly can. So the Republic of Colombia's government has collapsed. Happy to see that. How are you guys, like, not dead? The formation of the Comintern. It's fine. You know what? I am going to delete this unit. I know we're going to lose its support, but that's fine. Because then I can send in a extra Marine division. We'll throw you here. Send volunteers. And then we have to do the trick that we learned, which is click this, click you. No, we have to click this, click you. Send volunteers, and that will sometimes fix it. It might take a few times. Hey, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna get another full strength division over here. I mean, we lost the equipment, but literally, I don't think I care at all about the equipment loss. And you know what? I'm gonna do the same for you, my good friend. You are garbage. So let's send over then another Marine division. I mean, we still get most of the manpower back. This now says 7. So if that's the case, where are my Marines? I think I fucked this up somehow. Where did I put my Marine divisions? There's my volunteers. Oh, I sent them all into a different theater. My bad. So if it says 7, and it's not lying to me, I'll send a mechanized division in here as well. Okay. I think I got this. And assuming it's not actually broken, and they will let me send the 7. Now it says 3, which I think is the right number. But if I can get it to say 7 again. Okay, so it's only going to give me 3. That's fine. Give me a extra division here. Send volunteers. Okay, there we go. Send you forward. Give me an extra full strength division. Because you come here, we'll take this city. I mean, we're still very, very weak. New Granada, 15 divisions. We're at 7? We're at 7 divisions? What the fuck? That is so fucking horrible. That's so bad. When do our volunteers get here again? Hopefully soon. If you can let me look at this. 5th of June, so tomorrow. Which means that you can now deploy onto this line. That's going to be a full strength division, which is what I'm happy to see. Okay. Then you're going to mobilize here as quickly as you possibly can. There's our extra volunteer. He actually deploys up in the north. Okay, interesting. Which I guess now is your new capital. I mean, it's a core state. Even though... Let me just take a look at this. Because this actually... Because this all went to New Granada. which I'm not happy with. So what we're actually going to do, and I don't, is that these areas that, you know, mark this state, mark this state, mark this state, and mark this state. These are all going to go to the Revolutionary Army. The fact that went to the New Granada, I think it's a little BS. So we're going to do it this way. Question of independence. It was not quite the call Ambassador Minor had expected to hear today. The implications were concerning. Jamaican Prime Minister Norman Manley laid out the situation developing in this country. So to be clear, he said after Manley had finished explaining, there is a push for independence. Correct, Manley answered. The usual suspects. Bustamante, obviously. Minor grunted. Jamaican Labour Party was a consistent irritant and thorn in the side of both Manley and the West Indies Federation. And Alexander Bustamante was the driving force. A persistent, relentless, and unapologetic anti-colonialist used the Labour Party as a vehicle for his agenda. He had never been this aggressive before. He had not had the opportunity to like this before, Manley said. The rewritten Federation Constitution isn't exactly popular. It's unrepresentative and exploits us so that the common misunderstanding goes. Some concerns are valid, for sure, but he's trying to turn it into something that it isn't. Something bigger. Certainly, Minor agreed. There was only one thing he was interested in right now. Are you going to do it? A pause on the other end of the line. There's one reason I'm calling. I believe this referendum could be held and defeated easily. However, things are unpredictable, and people may view it as a weakness if I seemingly give in to Bustamante's demands. Another pause. A victory would be ideal, and it would negate Bustambe's as a political problem. Technically, I do not have the entertain this at all. Though, if I refuse to hold it, it will be unpopular. I would need to support the United States if I did this. Could I count on you? Should that be decided? You know what? Let's hold the referendum in Jamaica. I believe in us. Where's our unit? Okay, our unit's almost here. And again, a full-strength Marine Division should dominate. Like, I mean, he's already taken damage, which is very funny, but he should just have a torch snuffed out. What the hell? Bullshit. New Granada. I'm guessing the changes didn't take effect too much. Dirk Holden tried to summon the information from his head. The field manuals, the informational movies. The conversation between the veterans he had overheard. Only a jumble emerged. Thousands of scraps fighting for relevance in his mind as his body marched through the Colombian jungle. He was stripped and blindfolded, forced to march through the unforgiving jungle by a victorious enemy. He tried to explain who he was, not an agent, not a soldier, but a secretary. His captors did not care. He marched to his death with the rest of the Yankees. Peeled bark and fallen branches crunch and splinter below his bleeding feet. The cold barrel of a rifle pressed up against his back, driving him forward whenever his body tried to rest. Holden wishes he could hear the birds above him clearly. He would like to die with their song to cover him, but the journey of soldiers and the loud crunch of debris below him drowned out their song. In a din of the mud, new thoughts emerged. Memories and reports terrifyingly clear than the ones he tried to remember. New Granadan forces had been creative with their torture of local collaborators. Holden read the reports. He even wrote a few of them. He had long and chewed conventional forces and developed new ways of inflicting pain on men. He'd even taken to mimicking medieval forms of torture. He tried to fend off these thoughts, but once they revealed themselves, it was impossible to forget. Holden's legs almost gave out, but another sharp thrust of a gun barrel in his back forced him to keep stable and walk towards the horror he had only read about. Some 4,000 miles away, a report crossed the Resolute desk that puts Colombian situation in plain terms. Assets have not been extracted at all at the time of writing are considered lost. The torch of liberty shall not fall on New Granada. With sorrow, anger, and boredom, a few know now, and none will remember later. The president accepts this information and passes it along the desk like a clerk. More isolationist, more support for the Republicans and the Democrats, and for the sovereignist. Be a controversy that follows the MPP for 8 weeks and impact coalition unity by 20%. I mean, they're actually pro-Japanese, you pieces of shit. Were you Italian at some point? What happened to that? Military is loyal. You know what? Let's strengthen American business interest in South America. And for you, the weighted dice roll. Another day, another call. And with this, Ambassador Minor had been awaiting. Ever since convening the support for the referendum, there had been an expectation the Prime Minister was going to allow it to go forward. The State Department was already preparing statements, and while he was not privy to other certain conversations, he was quite certain that there would be more clandestine measures being planned. I'm going to hold a referendum, Norman Manley said on the line after the usual pleasantries had been exchanged. I've considered the risk and benefits. This is the best decision. As expected, he was previously pleased that the Prime Minister had considered and approved the suggestion. Excellent. Is the event already scheduled? From start to finish, the voting date was determined and the campaigning period set, Manley affirmed. The result will strengthen my administration, humble and render Busumite impotent, and also serve as a vote of confidence for the Federation. You don't need to sell me on the benefits, Miner said. As long as you take this seriously, campaigns have a habit of humbling the overconfident. Ask any politician here. Do not worry, we're not going to let Busame dominate the narrative, Manley assured him. At the end of this, I promise that Jamaica will remain in the Federation and make it stronger than ever. Miner smiled. You'll have the full confidence of the United States, Prime Minister, and don't worry, we will not be idle either. Jamaica is the glue that holds the Federation together. Rest assured that we will do everything in our power to make the referendum a sound defeat. So in global conflicts, we now have Jamaica. Referendum, it has a 50% chance of passing. Okay, so what can we do? Interference becomes slightly more obvious. So what are we known right now? I guess right now, U.S. backing non-existent. Foreign intervention is non-existent. Blackmail independence. So you know what? Let's just do a pro-Federation material. Nothing too crazy for that. More mission in Angola, please. I wish Angola was just like more stable. I mean, they're getting close. Like, I think by the end of, maybe by the end of the year, we can maybe see success. I mean, the East Africa is also almost done their shenanigans. But I will say, at least right now, it's gonna be a good time for the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not doing, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.